and get started. So we'll come to lie on our backs to start. If you come into a sort of teepee pose where the knees are bent and you can take the feet quite wide and let the knees rest in, that can feel quite nice for your back to start. If you wanted to do something else, you can do something else, but that's quite a nice place to start. So, and you can adjust the distance of your feet from your hips as well, so that you feel nice and supported in the low back. And then we'll just bring one hand onto our tummy and then maybe one onto the chest, or whatever feels nice. You might prefer to take both hands onto your tummy. If you're comfortable to close your eyes. And just start to settle into your body, arrive onto your mat and into your practice. Just give it a few moments for your breath to settle down. Maybe you need to adjust your position a little bit. Good evening, Sarah. We're on our backs in a teepee pose, so the knees are bent. And we have one hand resting on our tummy, one on our chest, or both on your tummy. But if you just give it a moment for the breath to settle, and then start to breathe into your hands. You start to really connect to how your breath moves your body. As we start to lengthen and deepen. Maybe you start to bring a little bit of sound to the breath, so ujjayi breath maybe. And start to even it out as well, so making the inhales and the exhales the same length. So whether a count of 1 to 4 or 1 to 5 works. Just making the inhales and the exhales even. Use your exhales, as always, to let go of tension. So releasing the jaw, relaxing around your eyes, around your mouth. Softening around the base of your neck as well. Okay, just about another 2 breaths here, like this. And then we'll bring the knees into the chest. Just gently squeeze them in. And then maybe a little bit of a back massage. You might just take the knees a bit from side to side. Just start to loosen up a bit into the low back, the hips as well. Sometimes even this you can feel quite intensely, can't you, if you're a little bit stiff. So nice gentle movements just to start to warm up. And then taking the arms out to the side, straight out from the shoulders, inhaling. As you exhale, just allow the knees to come over to the right. So not a really intense twist to start, just a nice little gentle twist. Stay heavy in the back of the left shoulder. You might turn your gaze over the left shoulder as well. Just seeing if you can stay with that nice evenness with the breath. And then inhaling to use your core a little bit to bring the knees back. And then exhaling over to the left. And again, we just stay heavy in the back of the right shoulder. You might turn your gaze to look over the right shoulder. Maybe doing a little bit of twisting tonight, so we'll make sure we're nice and warmed up. Try to just let go of the weight of the legs as well. Okay, inhale to use your core to come back to center. We'll squeeze the knees in again. And then keep hold of the right knee, left leg stretches away. And then tucking the right toes behind the left thigh, we'll come over to twist on the left again. So it's a little bit of a deeper twist this time. Again, stay heavy in the back of the right shoulder. Maybe you turn your gaze to look over the right shoulder. Don't come too far if your low back is sensitive. Just allow it to warm up nice and gently. And then again, using the core to come back, we'll squeeze both knees back in. This time, keep hold of the left knee, right leg stretches away, tuck the toes behind the thigh, and then take the knee over to the right. Heavy in the back of the left shoulder. So again, it doesn't need to be the deepest twist you've ever done. We're just warming up a little bit into the side body. Okay, using the core to come back to center, we'll squeeze the knees in and then take the hands behind the thighs and just rock back and forth a couple of times. And then we get enough momentum to come all the way up across the shins and find our way onto all fours. And we'll come into a couple of cat-cows here. So making sure that the wrists are below the shoulders, knees are beneath the hips, and then inhaling, tummy drops down. So you can stick to the standard cat-cows if you want. But it's really good to just feel that you have the freedom in your practice to make it whatever you want it to be. So you might want to start to do some circling with the hips, or you might want to sway a bit from side to side. It doesn't matter. Just move in whatever way your body needs to here as we start to warm up a little bit into the spine. Maybe you need to stretch into the hips a bit more, do whatever feels nice. Okay, we'll just take one more complete breath wherever you are. Nice full inhale, nice long exhale, maybe coming back into that angry cat, and then we'll tuck the toes, send the hips up and back and find our first downward facing dog. And again, just have the freedom to do whatever you feel that you need to do. Bending into the knees, swaying, pedaling, whatever feels nice. How does your body feel? Where are the tight areas? Okay, from here, we're going to start to take the weight a little bit more into the left hand, really ground down into that left hand. Think about lifting up out of the left shoulder, and then we'll lift the right hand and reach back and just take the outside of your left calf, or maybe the ankle, the shin, and then gently pulling with the right hand to turn. And if the balance is there, you can gaze up under your left arm towards the ceiling. Try and keep the left shoulder drawing down, so a little bit of a twist in our downward facing dog. Just take another breath there and then release, come back to downward facing dog. We'll start to get heavier into the right hand, really ground it down into the mat, lifting the left arm up, reaching back the back of the right calf or the ankle or the shin, wherever, and then gently pulling to turn and gaze up under your right arm. And again, if the balance is there, you can turn your gaze up to the ceiling. Inhaling to come back to your downward facing dog. Really press the hands away now. Press the mat away with the hands. Lift up out of the shoulders. And then inhaling to look forward. We'll step, hop, float, walk, tiptoe. Come to the front of our mats. And then once we're there, forward bend. Knees can stay soft. You're still just warming up. So remember to relax the weight of your head and neck. And you can maybe gently nod the head yes, shake it no. Maybe you want to bend into one leg than the other leg. You can pedal it out a little bit here as well. Again, moving in whatever way feels nice for your body. And then coming up onto the fingertips or the hands to the shins, inhaling for a halfway lift. And then exhaling to fold back down. Connecting the movement with the breath, inhaling again, halfway lift. Exhaling to fold back down. One more time, inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhaling to fold back down. Okay, taking the right hand down below the face, start to bend deeper into the right knee, and then reaching the left arm up to the ceiling for a twist there. Reach up through the left fingertips, ground down through the right hand, so that you're not sinking into that right shoulder. As always, the knees can be as bent as they need to be. Think about really drawing that left shoulder back. If you want more here, you can always bind. You can take the hand to the low back, or you tuck the hand around the top of the right thigh, and you can open the shoulder more there. It depends how you're feeling already. Okay, one more breath and we'll unwind. Switch, so left hand down, bend into the left knee, right arm reaches up. So you can stay with that. If you want to make more of this, the hand could come to the low back, or you can tuck around the top of the left thigh and draw that right shoulder back. Again, just doing what feels right in your body. Take your time to warm up. I'm going to make sure that we're nice and warm before we do anything too intense tonight. Okay, one more breath and then we'll unwind. Coming back into your forward bend. And then inhaling for a halfway lift, come up onto the fingertips or hands to the shins. As we exhale, we'll take the palms down, we'll bend the knees, we'll just step back with the left leg. So come back as far as you can with the left leg, and then we'll drop the knee, and then transfer the weight back to come straight into half Hanumanasana. And then inhale to lengthen the chest forward, exhale to fold over the right leg, any amount. Inhaling to lengthen, exhaling to fold, and again inhaling to lengthen, exhaling to fold. This right knee can stay soft. Again, if you find these really challenging, which they are, then just keep the knee soft. Okay, I'm quite fond of this twist at the moment, so we're going to do it again tonight. So you can keep the left hand on the inside of your right calf to do this, or a little bit more challenging, the right hand comes to the outside of the left calf, and then we find the twist from there, so the right arm reaches up. The outer right hip starts to jump up, so keep drawing it down and reach up through the right fingertips. We're pressing down into the left fingertips on the left hand again to lift up as much as we can. It's quite a strong stretch that, isn't it? So just take it gently. Take another breath. And then releasing, we'll bend into the right knee, bring the weight forward, bring both arms on the inside of the right foot, and then adjust the position of the left knee to find a lizard lunge there. So you might be comfortable on your hands, you might want to use blocks, you might feel that you could come down to your elbows. Again, depends how your body feels. We'll find a little twist from here as well. So taking the right hand to the inside of the right knee, you can let the foot come to the outer edge of the foot if that feels comfortable, and then maybe you reach the right arm up, you come into that variation. You might even take the right hand to the low back, you might even reach the fingertips down towards the back of the left thigh and really draw that right shoulder open. Again, up to you. Wherever you are, taking a breath, and then we'll unwind. Bringing the hands back down, lifting the left knee, and we're going to take everything to the left and come into a wide leg forward bend. So you might want to adjust the feet here. You can keep the knees a little bit soft if you need to. If you can bring the hands down to the mat, bring them down to the mat, between the feet if you can, and then inhale to lift and lengthen the chest forward, exhaling to fold, any amount. Inhaling to lift and lengthen, exhaling to fold. And again, inhaling to lift and lengthen, exhaling to fold. And then we'll stay here for a couple of breaths. So if your hands are down on the mat comfortably and the elbows are bent, make sure that the elbows are above the wrists and see if you can press into the hands to find a little bit more depth there. The sit bones are lifting up to the ceiling, but the head is coming down towards the mat. Okay, we're going to find a little twist here as well. So right hand down in front of your face or onto blocks or whatever. And then we'll inhale and take the left arm up. Now make sure when you do this, in fact, we could just take our hands to our low back and make sure that you're not really kicking the hips off to the side. Try and keep the pelvis square as we reach the left arm up. And then again, you're pressing that right hand down to lift up out of the right shoulder. Inhale. As we exhale, we'll switch to the left hand down, bring the right arm up. Again, try not to let the hips kick off. Keep the hips and the pelvis doing exactly the same thing as they were in your wide leg forward bend. Reach up through the right fingertips, inhale, and then exhaling to unwind. Just come back into the full forward bend, relax the head and neck there. And then from here, we're going to turn everything back to the front of the mat, walk the hands back forward. Take the hands down to frame the right foot, step it back to a plank pose. From plank, we're going to come straight down onto our elbows for a forearm plank. Not staying too long, don't worry. You can always have the knees down if you need to. Try to have the middle fingers in a line from your elbows here. Okay, ribs are drawing in, navel is drawing in. Inhale. As we exhale, just take the hips over to the right and let the hips dip down any amount. And then inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, hips over to the left, let them dip down any amount. Inhale back to center, Exhale, hips over to the right, let them dip down any amount. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hips over to the left, let them dip down any amount. Inhale back to center. As we exhale, we're going to let the hips come down towards the mat, but not all the way. And then inhale to lift back up. And then exhale to dip down again. And inhale, lift back up. Exhale, dip down again. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, dip down again. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, dip down again. Inhale, lift back up. And then this time as we exhale, we'll come all the way down onto the mat. Well done. Set up for cobra. Hands are at shoulder level. Squeeze the elbows in. Inhale, press into the palms, draw the right shoulder back. Twisted cobra. Gently gaze over the right shoulder. Exhale, come back down. Okay, inhale, come up. Left shoulder draws back. Gaze over the left shoulder. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, come up straight down the center, keep the elbows drawing in, roll the shoulders back. And then as we exhale, we'll find our way all the way back into our downward facing dog. And we'll take 3 breaths. Again, just still moving in any way that you need to. Pedaling, swaying. What does your body need you to do? Make sure that you're nice and relaxed around the base of the neck and you're lengthening the sides of the neck as well. Okay, on the next inhale, we'll look forward, step, hop, float, walk forward. And then once you're at the front of your mat, forward bend. Inhale for your halfway lift. So fingertips or hands to shins, chest lengthens forward. Exhaling to fold back down. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhaling to fold back down. Remember, use blocks, keep the knees bent if you need to. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhaling to fold back down. Okay, left hand down in front of the face, bend into the left knee, reach up for the right arm for that twist. You can take the bind, you can bring the hand to the low back, do whatever you want to. Inhale, exhaling to switch, right hand down, left arm up, bend into the right knee, reach up with the left arm. Take the bind if you want to, or just keep the fingertips up to the ceiling. Inhaling, exhaling to come back down. Okay, inhale to lengthen the chest forward. As we exhale, we'll bend the knees deeply, we'll take the palms down. This time we'll step back with the right foot, so come as far as you can, drop the knee, transfer the weight back and find your half Hanumanasana. Try to have the hips over your right knee in your half Hanuman. Left knee can stay soft if you need to, use blocks if you need to. Okay, inhale to lengthen the chest forward, exhaling to fold, inhaling to lift and lengthen, exhaling to fold. And again, inhale, lift and lengthen, exhaling to fold. Okay, we'll find the twist. So again, right hand could be on the inside of your left calf. Skip this if you find it too much as well, by the way. Or right hand comes to the outside of the left calf. It's a little bit harder. And then we open up with the left arm, wobble, wobble. Try and keep that outer left hip dropping down. It wants to hike up, doesn't it? Keep it dropping down and then reach up through the left fingertips. Really broadening across the chest. Well done. Inhale. As we exhale, unwind. Bend back into the left knee. Both hands come on the inside. The left foot comes over to the left. And we'll find that lizard lunge again. So you might prefer to stay up on your hands. You might come down onto your elbows if that feels appropriate. So again, just do whatever feels right in your body. Finding the twist here as well. Left hand comes to the inside of the left knee. You can roll to the outer edge of the foot if that feels like it's comfortable for you. You might take the left arm up. You might take the left hand behind you. You might reach down the right thigh there. Really opening up with the left shoulder, turning your gaze up. Remember not to collapse into your supporting arm as well. So that's grounding down, whether you're on your hand or the elbow. You're not sinking into that right shoulder. Still smiling. Inhaling, as we exhale, unwind. Hands come back down. We'll lift the right knee and then find that wide leg forward bend on the other side. So you might need to adjust the feet. Do whatever you need to here. Hands down beneath the feet if that's comfortable for you. Inhale to lift and lengthen the chest forward. Exhaling to fold. And again, inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhaling to fold. And again, inhaling to lift and lengthen. Exhaling to fold, and then just holding it here for a couple of breaths. Let the head feel heavy. The head is moving down and the hips are moving up. The sit bones are moving up to the ceiling. Okay, we'll find the twist here again. Option to make it deeper if you want to. You can stick with the hand down below the face if you want to, Or you could reach with the left hand to the back of your right ankle or shin and then fold over the right leg, make it a deeper twist. Again, make sure that your hip isn't coming with you. Try and keep the pelvis stable. Maybe you reach the right arm up. Maybe you bring the hand to the low back. You could even wrap the hand there around the top of the left thigh if you want to. Again, making it just as deep as you want it to be. Don't let the hips come with you when you twist. Okay, inhale. Exhaling to switch. So again, stick to the hand down in front of your face, or we take the right hand to the outside of the left shin, calf, and then twist from there. Hand to the low back. Check you're not letting the hips kick off. Left arm could come up, or maybe you wrap it there. Do whatever feels nice. Folding over that left leg, drawing that left shoulder open as much as you can. You can use that right hand to help you there with your twist. Okay, inhaling. Exhaling to unwind. We'll come back into our wide leg forward bend. Think about really lifting the sit bones up to the ceiling as the head moves down towards the mat. Okay, from here, inhale to lift the chest, and then exhale to fold. Inhaling to lift the chest, and then we'll turn everything back round to face the front of the mat. Bring the hands to frame the left foot. We'll step back to plank. Come straight to our forearms. Don't curse me. Dolphin plank. Knees can be down, remember, in dolphin plank. Try and get the middle finger in a line from your elbows in your dolphin plank. The elbows are directly below the shoulders. Knit the ribs in. Inhale, exhale, let the hips come to the left and it drops down a little bit. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hips to the right, it drops down a little bit. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hips to the left. Back to center. Exhale, hips to the right, dip down a little bit, back to center. Okay, those middle dips, skip them if you want to. Inhale, exhale, let the hips dip down, but not all the way. Inhale, bring everything back up. Exhale, dip down, not all the way. Inhale, bring everything back up. Exhale, dip down, not all the way. Inhale, bring everything back up. Exhale, dip down. I've lost count. I think that's 4. Bring everything back up. Last one, dip down. Bring everything back up. And then this time we'll come all the way down, setting up for cobra. Hands below the shoulders, elbows squeeze in. Inhale, press into the palms. Left shoulder draws back this time. Gently gaze over it. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, come up. Pull the right shoulder back. Gently gaze over it. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, come up straight through the center. Keep the elbows in. Roll the shoulders back. And then as we exhale, we'll find our way back into downward facing dog, starting to feel a little bit warmer. Connect back to your breath. We'll take 5 breaths. In downward facing dog 1. So come back to that ujjayi breath in and out through the nose, if you can. 2. Nice and even with the breath as well. 3. 4. And 5, and then inhaling to look forward, stepping, hopping, floating, walking, getting to the front of your mat, however. And then once you're there, forward bend. Inhaling to come up, pressing down through the feet. We'll keep the arms coming out, around and up. Reach up and gaze up. And then exhale, hands down through heart center. Okay, I'm going to do some Surya Namaskara A to really get us warm. Inhale, take the arms up and gaze up. And then as you exhale, hinge forward. Inhaling for your halfway lift. Exhaling to find your way back to plank. As always, you can skip the vinyasas if you want to. You can use the knees, you come through chaturanga, do whatever. Inhale, feel back bend, up dog or stick to cobra. And then exhaling back into downward facing dog. Inhale to look forward, step hop. There's no break, you come forward. Once you're there, forward bend. Inhaling to come up, press down through the feet, keep the arms coming, reach up, gaze up, and then exhale to release straight into the next one. Inhale, big circle. As we exhale, hinge forward. Inhaling for your halfway lift. Exhaling to find your way back. Skip the vinyasa, come through the knees or chaturanga. Inhaling, up dog or cobra. Exhale back, look forward, step, hop, float, or walk forward, and then exhale, forward bend. Inhaling to come up, bringing the hands to touch, and then exhale. Okay, straight into number 3. Inhale, big circle. As we exhale, hinge forward. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, find your way back. Skip the vinyasa, do whatever. Inhale, feel back, bend upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhaling back. Downward facing dog. Inhale to look forward, step, hop, float, or walk forward. And then exhale, forward bend. Inhaling to come up, bringing the hands to touch. And then exhale, keep going. Inhale, big circle. As you exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to find your way back, straight to downward facing dog or through the vinyasa. Remember, elbows are above the wrists in chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale back. We'll take 5 breaths this time. 1, so let your breath settle. 2, can you find the ujjayi breath in and out through the nose? 3, make sure that both hands are doing the same thing. Outer upper arms, spin them back. 4 and 5. Okay, on the next inhale, take the right leg up. We're going to bend the knee and open the hips to the right. So this lovely yawning stretch for the hips. Reach up through that right knee. Keep drawing the right shoulder down. Turning your gaze just under the right arm. Staying active here. Find the work in the pose. Lift the knee up towards the ceiling. Inhale. As we exhale, we're going to step the foot all the way forward. Bring the weight forward. Help it if you need to. Okay, we're going to set up, turn the left foot out and root it down. We're going to come straight into reverse warrior from here. So drawing a big circle with the left arm out, around and up. Not stopping in warrior 2, coming straight into reverse warrior. Making sure the front knees open out. Have a little look down at your feet. Make any little adjustments that you need to. Front knees opening out, lifting up out of the right hip. Maybe you turn your gaze up there as well. Okay, inhaling to bringing the arms back up. We're straightening into the front leg and we'll set up for Trikonasana here. Turning your torso to face the left side of the room. Inhale to lengthen up. And then as you exhale, reach with the right arm. Get all of that length on the right hand side of the body. Right hand anywhere down, right shin, left arm reaches up. Turning your gaze up towards the left thumb if you can. Adjusting the tailbone to point to the back of the left heel. And it's as if your left arm is pulling your torso up to the ceiling. Can you draw that right shoulder blade down your back in your Trikonasana? Okay, from here, inhaling. As we exhale, we're going to bring that left arm right close to our ear and then turn the torso round to face over the right leg. And then we're in a sort of a pyramid pose here. So from here, you can leave the hands on the shins. You might need to adjust the position of your back foot. You might bring the hands down on either side of the right foot. You could use your blocks here. Inhale to lengthen. You can also keep the right knee soft, remember. Lengthen the chest forward over the right leg. Exhale to fold. And again, inhale to lengthen, exhaling to fold, and again, inhale to lengthen, exhaling to fold. Okay, we're going to do a couple of these cat-cow type things here. So pivot to the ball of the foot, back foot. Again, you might need to adjust the position of the back foot, maybe take it a little bit further back. And then as you inhale, you're going to let the right knee bend, let the hips sink forward, lift the chest, shoulders away from the ears. And then exhale, send the weight back, fold over the right leg. Inhale, come forward, hips down, chest lifts. Exhale, send the weight back. Inhale, come forward, hips down, chest lifts. Exhale, send the weight back. I think that's 3. We'll do 2 more. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, come back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale to come back. Okay, inhale, come back forward, bending into the knee. Take the hands down, frame the foot, step back, straight to your downward facing dog or through your vinyasa. Inhale for a back bend, up dog or cobra. And then exhale back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, take the left leg up, bend the knee, open the hips to the left. It's that yawning stretch. Try not to just hang out here. Find the work in the pose. Lift the left knee up to the ceiling. Really is stacking the hips as much as you can. Left shoulder draws down. Pressing the hands away with the mat away with the hands as well. Inhale, as we exhale, stepping the foot forward. We're going to come straight into that reverse warrior. So circle with the right arm out, around and up. Reverse your warrior. Remember to just have a little look, check your feet are doing the right thing, front knees opening out, you're making it a side bend, not a back bend, all of the things that go on and on about here. Lift up out of that left hip. Left shoulders drawing down away from the ears, but you're reaching through the left fingertips. Okay, inhaling to come up, straightening into the front leg, setting up for Trikonasana. Inhale to find length. As you exhale, reach, get length on the left-hand side of the torso, left hand anywhere down, left shin, right arm reaches up. Okay, left shoulder blades drawing down your back. Right arm is pulling your torso up to the ceiling, and you're adjusting your tailbone to point to the back of your right heel. See if you can maintain that nice fluidity with the breath. Okay, inhaling to reach up through the right fingertips, and then we'll turn the palm forward and bring the upper arm close to the ear. From here, inhale, as we exhale, turning the torso around to face the left leg, and then adjusting, doing whatever you need to. Maybe you need to shorten your stance to find your pyramid pose. Remember, the front knee can stay soft here. Inhale to lengthen the chest forward, exhale to fold, hang out. Inhale to lengthen, exhaling to fold. And again, inhale to lengthen, exhaling to fold. We'll do a couple of those cat-cow things. You might want to adjust the back foot. Inhale, bending into the front knee, hips down, chest lift, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, send the weight back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, send the weight back. Inhaling to come forward, you're synchronizing the movement with your breath. Exhale, send the weight back. Inhaling to come forward. Lost count now. Exhale, send the weight back. We'll do one more for good measure. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, come back. Okay, inhale to come forward. Hands come down and frame the foot. You step back, you go to downward facing dog, or you come through your vinyasa. Up to you. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale back. Downward facing dog will take 5 breaths. 1, so connecting back to that breath in and out through the nose. 2, remember, check that both hands are doing the same thing in your downward facing dog. 3, can you move the front of your leg more towards the back of your leg? 4, and 5. Okay, I'm going to do that little sequence once more, a little bit quicker. Inhale, right leg up, and the knee open, the hips to the right. We'll reach that right knee to the ceiling, draw the right shoulder down. Inhale, exhale to step it forward. Turning the left foot out, and when you're ready on an inhale, come straight up to reverse your warrior. Check the feet are doing the right thing. Make any adjustments if you need to. Inhale, coming straight up to set up for Trikonasana, and then inhale, find length. Exhale, reach. Find your Trikonasana. Inhale to reach up through the fingertips, and then exhale, palm turns forward, arm comes close to the ear. Inhaling there. Exhaling, turning round to face your right leg, finding your pyramid pose. We won't do the cat-cow type things. Just inhale to lengthen, exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen, exhaling to fold. And again, inhale to lengthen, exhaling to fold. Okay, next inhale, bending into the right knee, take the hands down, frame the foot, step back, straight to downward facing dog, or come through a vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, take the left leg up, bend the knee, open the hips to the left. Again, reach up through the left knee, draw the left shoulder down. Big inhale. As you exhale, step it forward. Setting up to come straight up to reverse warrior on an inhale. Cartwheeling the arms up, coming straight into your reverse warrior. Keep lifting up out of the left hip, front knee opens out. Okay, inhale, come up to set up for Trikonasana. Next, inhale, find length. Exhale, reach. Trikonasana. Reaching up through the right fingertips. Turn your chest, remember, in Trikonasana. Inhale, exhale, palm turns forward, bring the upper arm close to the ear, and then rotating your torso to face over the left leg. Find your version of pyramid pose. Inhale to lengthen the chest forward. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhaling to fold. And again, inhale, lengthen. Exhaling to fold. Okay, next inhale, bend into the left knee, take the hands down, step back, straight to downward facing dog or through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, and then exhale back. Downward facing dog, take 5 breaths. 1, so soften around the base of your neck in downward facing dog. 2, 3, hopefully we're all feeling nice and warm now. 4 and 5. Okay, inhaling to look forward, step, hop, float or walk forward. And then once you're there, forward bend. Okay, we're going to come straight up into a nice deep chair pose. So fingertips down to the mat, and then inhale, come straight up into chair. Make it a deep chair. It's easy to cheat here, isn't it? I do it all the time. Try to come deeper, weights back in the heels. Make sure you can see your toes, shoulder blades down the back. Okay, inhale, exhale, hands to heart center. Inhaling to lift the chest. Exhale, twisting to the left. So we'll take the right tricep to the outside of the left knee. Press the palms together to help you make that a deeper twist. Don't let the hips come with you here either. Keep smiling and breathing. You're going to love me for the next bit. Okay, from here, we're going to release the right hand down. Left arm reaches up and the right leg lifts up. So coming straight into a revolved half moon. You might need to adjust the position of your lower hand. Lift that right leg. Try to lift the left arm up to the ceiling. Okay, from there, inhale. As we exhale, we're going to bend into both knees and tap that right knee down behind the left shin. And then inhale, come straight back up. Wobble, wobble. Exhale, tap down as close as you can. Inhale, come up. Wobble, wobble. Exhale, tap down as close as you can. Inhale, come back up. Wobble, wobble. Exhale, tap down. Okay, this time we're going to hold it in this kind of little curtsy squat thing, just for a moment. And then you're going to stretch back with the right leg. Take the weight back. Walk your fingertips back. And then hopefully find ourselves in a revolved crescent or thereabouts. Well done. Keep lifting the back of the right thigh up. Okay, we all know where I like to go from here at the moment as well. So start to get a little bit lighter in the right fingertips, and then we're going to inhale and come all the way up into our revolved crescent lunge. Well done. Sink deeper into the front knee. Can you reach back with those left fingertips? Think about aiming to get your left fingertips over your right heel. Okay, on an inhale, we're going to square ourselves back forward and reach the arms up. Gazing up, and then as we exhale, we'll take the hands down, we'll step back, we'll go straight to downward facing dog, or we'll come through a vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, and then exhale back. Downward facing dog, take 3 breaths. 1, calm your breath straight away. 2, shoulder blades up your back. And 3, okay, inhale to look forward, step, hop, float. Walk forward. See if you can get the big toes together here, and then exhale, forward bend. Fingertips to the mat, will come straight up into that chair pose. Shoulder blades down the back. Maybe you can gaze up, make sure you can see your toes. So if you've got your feet together in this version, you squeeze the knees together, squeeze the inner thighs together. Okay, we'll find a twist. Inhale, exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale to lift the chest, exhale to twist left tricep to the outside of the right thigh this time, pressing the palms together to help you find your twist. Turn your chest, make sure the hips don't come with you. Okay, that lovely confusing little move, coming straight to revolved half moon. Left hand comes down, right arm up, and then we lift the left leg. This is where I get my left and right wrong all the time as well. Okay, stay as strong as you can in the right leg. We're going to inhale, we're going to exhale, bend into both knees, tap down, and then inhale, come straight back up. As much as you can. Exhale, tap down, I'm too close to the wall, it's tempting. Inhale, come straight back up. Exhale, tap down. Inhale, come straight back up. And then exhale, tap down and hold it there, hover. Start to stretch back with the left leg. Let the toes find the mat, and then the left fingertips come back, and we come into that lovely twist, prayer twist variation that we love to do. Okay, back of the left thigh lifts. Get lighter on your left fingertips, and then inhale, come up for revolved crescent. Sink deeper into it. Can you reach back through those right fingertips? Well done. Come deeper into the front knee. Well done. Okay, inhaling to bring ourselves back forward, standard crescent lunge, sink into it, maybe gaze up there. Inhale and then exhale, hands down, step back, downward facing dog or vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, and then exhale back, downward facing dog, take 5 breaths. 1, so calm your breath straight away. 2, check the details with your hands, are they both doing the same thing? 3, you can always take a break in child's pose instead as well, remember. 4, and 5. Okay, inhaling to look forward, step, hop, float, walk forward, bring both of your big toes together, fingertips to the mat, and then we'll come straight back into our chair pose. Sink the hips down, make sure you can see your toes. Sit bones draw to the backs of the knees. Inhale, chair, exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale, twist, right tricep to the outside of the left knee. Press the palms together to help you get really deeply into that twist. Try not to let the hips come with you, so the pelvis is staying level. Knees are staying even as well. That's a good way to check what your pelvis is doing. Okay, we'll find our revolved half moon. So right hand comes down. You might need to adjust the position of your right hand, left arm up, and then we reach the right leg up as well. Turn your chest. Lift up out of the left hip as much as you can. Okay, inhale. As we exhale, dip down, tap. Inhale, come back up. Well done. Exhale, dip down, tap. Inhale, come back up. Wobble, wobble. Exhale, come down, tap. Inhale, come back up. And then exhale, come down, tap and hold it. We start to stretch back through the right toes. Reach back, take the weight back. Fingertips come back as well. And then we find that revolved prayer twist variation. Okay, get lighter on the left fingertips. Inhale, come up to crescent, revolve crescent. Well done. Back of the right thigh lifts. Reach back through the left fingertips. Okay, inhale to turn yourself back forward for a crescent lunge. This time, we're going to take the weight more into the left foot and then step the right foot back to meet to the left foot. Come straight back to chair pose, shoulders down. Get the sit bones drawing towards the backs of the knees. Inhale, exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, twisting to the left again. So right tricep to the outside of the left knee. Press the palms together and rotate. Keep the knees squeezing together. Extra pressure with the left hand to really help you turn your chest. Okay, inhale to come back forward and then exhale for a forward bend. Well done. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale to find your way back. Straight to downward facing dog or through a vinyasa. Using the knees. Upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale back. Downward facing dog. Inhaling to look forward. Stepping, hopping, floating. Walking forward. Big toes together. Come straight back into chair pose. Fingertips to the mat. Straight back up into chair. We can still feel our legs from last night actually. Sit bones to the backs of the knees, shoulder blades down the back. Okay, inhale, exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhaling, twisting to the right, left tricep to the outside of the right knee. Press the palms together, turn, draw the right shoulder back. Trying to keep the knees level so you haven't started to twist into the hips. Okay, revolved half moon this side. Left fingertips come down, right arm reaches up, left leg reaches up. Well done. It's always harder on one side, isn't it? Inhale, exhale, tap down. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, tap down, doing your best. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, tap down, doing your best. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, tap down and hold it there. And then start to reach back through the left toes. See if you can find the mat. Left fingertips come back. You come back into that prayer twist variation. Get lighter in the left fingertips and then wobble your way up for your revolved crescent. Reach back through the right fingertips, back of the left thigh lifts. Sink deeper into the front knee. Okay, and then inhale to come back forward, standard crescent lunge. Sink deeper into it, bring the ribs in, and then taking the weight into the front foot, stepping the left foot forward, coming straight back to chair pose, shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift the chest, exhale, twisting to the right, left elbow to the outside of the right knee, press the palms together and rotate. Can you maintain that evenness with the breath? Okay, inhaling to come back forward and then exhaling for a forward bend. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale to step or jump back. Come down through the knees or chaturanga or skip it all together. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale back. Downward facing dog, take 5 breaths. 1. So these poses are quite challenging, aren't they? 2. But the more that we do them, the easier they get, in theory. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, inhaling to look forward, stepping both feet forward, big toes together, come straight up into chair. Quickly going to do that little move again. Inhale, exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale, twisting to your left, press the palms together. Extra pressure with the left hand to help you turn. Don't let the hips come with you. Okay, releasing the right hand down, left arm up, and then right leg lifts. It's confusing. Adjust the position of your lower hand if you need to. Inhale, exhale, tap down. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, tap down. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, tap down. Inhale, come back up. And then exhale, tap down. Hold it for a second as you start to reach back through the right toes. Find your mat with your right foot. Right fingertips come back into that twist. Get lighter in the right fingertips and then come all the way up for your revolved crescent lunge. Well done. Okay, inhale to turn yourself back forward. This time, we're going to straighten into the front knee, release the hands to the waist, and then inhale to lift the chest, exhale, come forward over the front leg. We'll find our pyramid pose again. So you could be on the board of the foot, back foot, or you can make it a warrior one back foot. It's up to you. Inhale to lengthen the chest forward, exhale to fold. And again, inhale to lengthen, exhaling to fold, and again, inhale to lengthen, exhaling to fold. Okay, you can stay with this if you want to, or we'll come into revolved trikonasana from here. But I always say that revolved trikonasana is one of the hardest standing poses, isn't it? So feel free to stay here if you want to. Otherwise, the right hand comes down to the outside of the left foot. If you can get your right wrist to meet the outside of your left ankle, you can use that to help you to stabilize. And then the left arm reaches up. And you turn your chest. Keep the weight in the back foot as well. Try not to let the hips come with you with this twist. Okay, you're going to really love me for this. We're going to soften into the front knee. Take that right foot back a little bit further. Drop that right knee down. And then can you transfer the weight back, straightening into that front leg, and come straight back into that revolved Hanuman. And not curse me too much. Well done if you made it there. That is wobbly. Okay, inhale, exhale, we'll unwind. We'll take the hands down to frame the foot. We'll step back for plank. You can go straight to downward facing dog, or you can come through a vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, and then exhale back. Downward facing dog. We need to do the other side one more time. Inhale, look forward, step, hop, float, walk, big toes together. Come straight into Utkatasana, shoulder blades down, ribs in. Inhale, exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift the chest, exhale, twisting to your right, to the left elbow, to the outside of the right knee, press the palms together. Okay, we'll find our revolved half moon, your version. Left hand down, right arm lifts, left leg lifts as well. Do your best. They're not the easiest balances in the world. Inhale, exhale, tap down. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, tap down. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, tap down. Inhale, come back up. Lost count. Exhale, tap down. Hold it there. Start to reach back through the left toes. Go back a little bit further. Take the foot down. Walk the fingertips back. And then get lighter in the left fingertips. Wobble your way up for your revolved crescent. Well done. Reach back through the right hand. Maybe you can turn a little bit deeper there as well. Okay, inhaling to come back forward. Standard crescent lunge briefly. And then we'll release the arms, straighten into the front leg. You could adjust the back foot or stay on the ball of the foot and then come forward over the right leg. Hands could be on the shin. You can use blocks, do whatever. And then inhale to lengthen the chest forward, exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen, exhaling to fold, inhale to lengthen, exhaling to fold. Okay, stay with this if you want to, or we'll come to revolved trikonasana. So maybe the left hand comes to the outside of the right foot and then the right arm reaches up. Okay, try to stay heavy in the back foot as well in your revolved Trikonasana. Reach up through the fingertips. Well done. Okay, from here, we bend into the front knee. We maybe take that left foot a little bit further back, let the knee come down, transfer the weight back, wobble, wobble, coming straight back into that revolved half Hanuman. Well done. It's a really strong stretch that, isn't it? Okay, inhale, exhaling to unwind. Take the hands down, frame the foot, step back, straight to downward facing dog, or through a vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale back. Downward facing dog, take 5 breaths. 1, calm your breath. 2, can you breathe in to the sides of your ribs, the space between your shoulder blades as well. 3, 4, and 5. And then from here, we'll just drop down to our knees. We're going to bring the shins to one side, find our bum. Well done. If you're still with me after that lot. We'll bring the legs straight out in front of us, bend the right knee and bring the right foot to the outside of the left knee. And then we'll come into a twist here. So you can either hold the right knee with the left hand or hook the elbow. And then take in the right arm behind you. Try to not let the low back arch too much here. So think about pressing the sit bones down and then inhale to lengthen up through the crown of the head. Exhale to twist from above the waist. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Inhaling to lengthen. And then exhaling to twist. And you can draw that right knee a little bit closer in, maybe, to stretch the outer hip a little bit more, turning your gaze last as always. Okay, and then inhaling to look forward, exhaling to release, but we'll move the right foot now to being close to the outer left hip. And then interlace your fingers around the right knee. And then we're just going to draw the knee in towards us from there. So that should feel quite nice. IT band outer right hip. Probably needs a stretch after all of that. Well done. Try and stay as upright as you can. And then we'll release the right knee down. So we're sort of stacking it over above the left knee. It's a half cow face. Inhale to reach up with the arms. And then exhale, come forward any amount to your degree, as always. Keeping the weight back in the sit bones, the chest is lengthening forward. And then just relaxing the head and neck there. And then inhale, head up. Walk the hands back in and cross. You might want to just pad the knees up and down, point and flex. And then we'll do the other side. So bend the left knee, bring the foot to the outside. And then either use your right hand or your elbow, left hand behind you. Try not to arch into the low back too much. So pushing the sit bones down. Inhale to lengthen up through the crown of the head. Exhale, rotate from above the waist. Inhale to lengthen, exhaling to rotate. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to rotate, and then turning the gaze last, and you can always draw that leg closer towards you. Okay, inhale to look forward. Exhale, release your elbow or your hand, and then moving the left foot closer to the right hip, interlace the fingers, and then stretching that IT band this side. So you draw the knee towards you. No discomfort in the knee as always. It just should feel quite nice for outer hip and your outer thigh. Stay as upright as you can. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And then we'll release the knee down, setting up for our half cow face. Bringing the arms up, inhale, and then exhaling, come forward to your degree. Release the hands down. Try to keep the weight back in the sit bones as you reach the chest forward here. It's not the easiest pose in the world, is it? None of them are. I can say that for all of them. Relax your head and neck. And then inhale to come back up. Walk the hands in. We'll uncross. Bring the legs straight out in front of you, bring the knees up and down, maybe you need to, and then we'll come down onto our backs. So come down with a bit of a core challenge as always, bring the heels right to the bottom of the mat, squeeze the calves together, squeeze the thighs together, bring your arms forward, sit up as tall as you can, inhale, and then exhale, come down slowly with control, squeeze the legs together. And this does get easier quite quickly, doesn't it, this? All of it gets easier the more we do it. Remember when you find those hard bits, just to see if you can linger there, don't rush it. See if you can let your spine come down 1 millimeter at a time. Okay, once you've come all the way down, bring the knees in. Give yourself a little bit of a squeeze, maybe a little bit of a back massage, side to side with the knees. And then we'll come into happy baby pose. So arms on the inside, you could take the ankles, the shins, or the outer edges of the feet. And then the knees draw towards your underarms. And then you can move a bit in happy baby as well, can't you? So sometimes just a little bit of movement just helps you to find where you need the stretch. Okay, we'll come into half happy baby, so keeping hold of the right foot or shin or ankle, stretch the left leg away. And then you can always have the left knee bent. If this is really intense, remember, you can keep the left knee bent. If it's too much to have that leg straight, keep the knee bent. But we draw that right knee towards our underarm as much as we can. And some of us feel this more in the hip, and some of us feel it more in the hamstring, don't we? Just try and stay as relaxed as you can. And if you want more here, you could see if you can straighten into that right leg. And then you might rebend and bring the knee back to the underarm, and then you can straighten it again. And then rebend. And then straighten. And then rebend, and then come back to full happy baby. And then release the right leg. Drawing that left knee towards your underarm as much as you can. And then you might straighten if you want more. So it's quite nice to do that. You can stretch the hamstring and then rebend. And then maybe straighten or towards straight and then rebend. And then straighten. And then rebend and draw the knee as close to your underarm as you can. We'll come back to full happy baby. Again, any little movement that feels nice there. And then we'll release the feet down. Keep hold of the right knee, actually. We'll repeat that twist we did at the beginning. Left leg stretches away. Keep hold of the right knee. Tuck the right toes behind the left thigh. Take the right arm out to the side and then bring that knee over to the left. And just be careful of how your low back feels with this. Don't come too far. And then inhaling to come back. Squeeze both knees in, keep hold of the left knee, right leg stretches away, and then tuck the toes behind the right thigh and come over to the right. Or whatever variation of a twist you want to do. And then inhaling to come back. Use your core to bring yourself back. Squeeze the knees in, maybe bring the head and shoulders up, maybe make yourself into a tiny ball, really, really squeeze. Inhale, and then exhale, Savasana. Well done. Well deserved, Savasana. Adjust the back of your shoulders. Maybe you reach your way through the inner heels and let the feet flop out. Maybe you take your arms a little bit wider and turn the palms up. But wherever you are, just relax. Well done. Release your jaw. Relax your throat. And just let go. completely. Just for a few moments. And then slowly beginning to bring your awareness back. Can gently move fingers and toes. Taking a nice long inhale, having a stretch. Arms up overhead, maybe interlacing fingers, have a full body stretch. You could bend up your knees, draw them into your chest, give yourself a hug, take a twist, anything, any move or stretch that feels nice. And then when you're ready, making your way to your right hand side and back up to seated in any seated position. Cross legs or not. Hopefully all still speaking to me. We'll bring the hands together. Just relax your shoulders. Soften your facial muscles. And just observing the whole of your body as sensation. Let's take a nice long full inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Namaste. Thank you very much. Well done. Good effort. And the people who are watching the video will have a good laugh at me falling all over the place.
Caroline.
Thank you, Caroline.
Bye.
Thanks again. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Caroline.